camera throws us onto the trading floor, a hive of screens and frantic motion. Here, humans aren't calm or thoughtful, they're like animals, driven by a single instinct, the lust for money. Now, picture the opposite. People calm, deliberate, attentive. They speak thoughtfully, move with purpose, and listen to one another. There's no panic, no blind chasing of numbers. Their actions are measured, rational, guided by a sense of meaning, not obsession. Today's video starts in New York, the beating heart of global capitalism and the centre of US power. Wall Street dominates the skyline, but the city is far more than finance. From the United Nations to the World Bank, New York houses tools of global hegemony, shaping economies, politics, and lives across the world. When people think of New York, they think of money, power, ambition, the centre of the world. This is the city where fortunes are made and destroyed in the same afternoon, where people work 80 hours a week so they can afford apartments and they're never inside, where everything has a price, nothing feels sacred. And right here, in this centre of capitalism, only a few blocks away from the temples of finance, are actual temples. Churches that used to be full, now mostly silent. I don't think that's an accident, because New York isn't just a city, it's a symbol of what happened to the entire Western world. This is what it looks like after money replaces God. I wanted to give a bit of a disclaimer that myself, I am not actually religious. I'm only talking about this from a perspective of meaning and philosophy. I myself am agnostic. I believe in a higher power, but I don't conform to any of the traditional religious groups like Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, or anything like that. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. Now here's where the story stops being philosophical and starts becoming measurable. Because when money becomes the main source of meaning, you can actually see the damage show up in data. Despite continuous GDP growth over the last several decades, average happiness and life satisfaction in Western countries has remained flat or declined. We got richer, we didn't get happier. If money created meaning, these lines would move together. They don't. Productivity per worker has increased significantly since the 1970s, while real median wages have stagnated and working hours have increased. People are producing more value than ever, they just don't feel fulfilled in doing it. Money is excellent at solving material problems, and completely useless at solving existential ones. Rates of depression, anxiety, antidepressant use, and stress-related illness have risen sharply over the same period of economic growth. This isn't because people are starving, it's because they don't know why they're alive. Religion gave suffering a story. Money gives suffering a bill. Self-reported loneliness has increased dramatically, with more people living alone and reporting fewer close friendships than any previous generation. Markets replace community. Community is inefficient. Markets are efficient. God asked you to show up when it wasn't profitable. Money asks you to optimize. Loneliness isn't a glitch in this system, it's the cost of doing business. Marriage rates have declined, birth rates have fallen below replacement level, and the average age of first-time parents continues to rise. When life is organised around transcendence, children are meaning. When life is organised around income, children are liabilities. Money doesn't say be fruitful, it says be flexible. And flexibility destroys roots. Job satisfaction has declined while burnout and stress-related workplace illnesses have increased, despite rising corporate profits. Work used to mean something, now it's something that you are. Because when God disappears, identity has to come from somewhere, so people turn to their careers into moral projects. And when work inevitably fails to deliver meaning, they collapse. Household debt, buy now pay later usage, and compulsive consumption have increased alongside stress and dissatisfaction metrics. Consumption becomes ritual when religion disappears. Money doesn't discipline desire, it monetizes it. Access to healthcare, education quality, safety, and life expectancy increasingly correlate with income rather than shared civic guarantees. Markets now answer moral questions. Value becomes price, and anything priceless becomes invisible. Trust in institutions has declined, Voter turnout has fallen, and political polarisation has intensified across wealthy democracies. When nothing feels sacred, conflict becomes the last remaining source of meaning. People don't want truth, they want something, anything, to believe in again. Here's the contradiction that modern society refuses to face. We are the richest generation in human history by far, yet report historically low levels of meaning, belonging, and purpose. That's not progress, that's substitution failure. Money was never meant to carry this weight. God could demand sacrifice because he promised meaning. Money demands sacrifice and promises numbers, and numbers never forgive you. When money killed God, it didn't liberate us, it orphaned us. And now we wander through the abundance like starving people trying to fill a spiritual hole with material things and wondering why it never works. The tragedy isn't that God is gone, it's that we replaced him with something far worse. Something that demands everything and gives nothing back. Before we end this, I just want to say thank you for watching. I know that this type of content isn't light, it's not background noise. It asks uncomfortable questions that most people would rather avoid. So if you stayed until the end, I genuinely do appreciate it. Especially at this time of year, Christmas used to be about something bigger than consumption, about ritual, meaning, family and transcendence. So whatever you do or don't believe, I hope you're able to find a moment of peace, stillness and reflection. So sincerely to everyone who watched, Merry Christmas. If you found this video valuable, consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, not because it helps me with the algorithm, but because this channel is going to keep asking questions that most people don't want to ask. Coming up next, I'm going to make a long form deep dive into the Unabomber, not the character, not the meme, but the ideas, the psychology and why his writing keeps resurfacing in today's world. And if you haven't seen it already, I've already got a YouTube Shorts video about the Unabomber up on my channel already. It's a compressed version of his argument and introduces why his work refuses to disappear. So, more long form essays are coming, more history, more uncomfortable ideas. And if that's something you want to explore, you're in the right place. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.